Good morning, Shrikant. We can get started when you
Hi,
say.
very good morning.
Yeah.
Take it away. Thank you.
Waiting for a minute and then we can get started. Okay. Good morning and good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining today's partner call. So I'm sure many of you would have seen the agenda. So we are going to cover the release updates, what is there in QA and production. That's the first item for the day. The second one is we are going through, a feedback cycle on M365. So we have got a lot of inputs from our partners. So we're going to take a step and actually review where we stand with that. So M365 is one of the things which we'll cover today, following which we have made some significant updates on Google Workspace as well. We will just show you a bit of the preview today. The third one is regarding the pricing plans. As you know, last month, Shrikant went over the new pricing plan, which we plan to roll out in this quarter. So the main thing is how the whole process will work for the standard and premium flow. That's another a quick update which we wanted to give today. So I'll hand it over to Barsha to start with that, and please feel free to drop in your questions on chat, and we'll be happy to take it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidya. My screen is visible?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Thanks for taking out time to join this call. So, as in the agenda, I'll quickly go through the updates in production and QA. A couple of them in the production. So we introduced the date filter for the standard reports at a global level. It was there earlier for the company level, but in order to maintain consistency and ask from some of the partners, we introduced this date filter. We also added the patch management dashboard, again at the global level, something which is already there in the company level. So now the patch jobs by company, pending application patches, successful application patches, same for OS patching as well. The pending ones, the successful ones, all of these can be seen in this dashboard at a global level. So these two updates already in production. In QA, we have the PSA tickets. So it's kind of a new module under the global settings, wherein we are giving a consolidated view of all the tickets that gets created across all your clients. So basically, it's a one-stop shop for viewing all your alerts. Till now, we had all the alerts scattered and with information which had to be figured out by going to alerts tab, and then what all events were configured, then how it was grouped. So all of this we have tried to put in one view, wherein you can see the category name, the events for which you have configured the alerts, and how you have grouped these events. So this is at a company level also. You can filter them out. By default, we are showing for all the companies. Clicking on the ticket ID will take you to further details of the ticket with the description and all. So this is one consolidated view of the entire PSA tickets that we have introduced. There is still some small changes that needs to be done. So it's still in QA. Second is we have also introduced ticket creation for registry vulnerabilities. This is also in QA, minor changes here and there. So all of these should be in production in by early next week. This is an important setting that we introduced in the global setting. This is the asset risk score for unauthenticated scan. So till now, the unauthenticated scan that the tool was doing, so many a times there is a lack of information from the scan. So by default, we were marking those assets with the risk score of A. However, this was impacting the overall company risk score. And this was an ask from one of our EU partners, wherein they wanted that the risk score should be marked as NA, because we are not getting sufficient information to make it A. So we have provided a setting for this. Again, by default, this setting will be disabled, meaning whatever is the current functionality today, those assets will be marked with a risk score of A for unauthenticated scan. But users who want them to be marked as NA so that it doesn't impact their company risk score, they can enable this setting, and likewise, the risk score will be reflected. So this is also in QA. Again, we are going to release this in next 2-3 days. All right, so that was all about the QA and production updates. Now we move to the cloud assessment updates, M365. So we had got good list of feedback from our partners. Some of them are under review, but the ones that we have completed and in testing is global admin should not be required. This was told earlier to our partners. So this is already completed and the documentation has been updated. So no longer we require the global admin role. MFA reports to be detailed. So we have released this in production. So now, in addition to the list of the users where MFA is not enabled, we are also listing details for those users. So even this is completed. License filtering. So basis the P1 or the P2 licenses that the users have, we are trying to categorize the remediations. So this is currently in testing. As of now, I'll share the screenshots in my latest slides. We are able to show that which are the remediations which needs a P1 license or a P2 license. So that's how we are categorizing it. We are going to enhance this better by probably allowing the users to remediate the vulnerabilities only for which they have licenses, but that's the next phase for this feature. We have also introduced the Excel report for M365 and the other feedback, they are still under review. So as soon as we have some update on these, we will notify our partners. All right. So as I mentioned here, as you can see, we have introduced Excel report. This is also from a feedback that we got from our partner. We have also introduced M365 remediated records. So earlier we just were showing the remediation plan, but once the users remediate them, what's this count and everything that can be shown in a separate tab. That's the M365 remediated records. We are trying to keep the UI consistent with the other remediation plan UI that we have for our asset vulnerabilities. All right, so this is the P1, P2 remediation. So as you can see, we have been able to tag the remediation that which license supports this. So this is for P1, P2. Similarly, we also have only for P2. So as of now, we have been able to only tag the remediations. But as I mentioned, we'll be looking into showing only those vulnerabilities and remediations depending upon what license the user is having. All right. So till now, Microsoft 365 Security Inspection Report, we had placed it under the Active Directory module. But since these are all falling under cloud assessments, like in near future, we are going to introduce Google Workspace, preview of which I'm going to show you. So since these are all cloud assessments, we thought that we'll introduce a new module that's showing on the left. It's called Cloud Assessment, and whatever new assessments we are coming up with, we will be placing all these features here. All right, so a quick one into Google Workspace, what we have done till now. It's a very basic preview that we have. So basically configuring the Google Workspace. So you need to name your credential, give the principal username, and upload the credential JSON. This is something which can be retrieved from your Google Workspace environment. So these are the minimum fields that we require to integrate Google Workspace. Once this configuration is done, the scan is initiated immediately. And this is how the findings page looks like. So basically, we're trying to give a detailed analysis of the security posture that is within your Google Workspace environment. So what it does is that it will help the administrator strengthen the organization's security against internal as well as external threat. So as you can see here, there is a list of findings that come up once the scan is run. It shows the number of findings that are compliant, non-compliant. Clicking on any one of the findings gives you the remediation steps that the user must take up in order to remediate this or make it compliant. So
Yeah, and to add to that, basically with Google Workspace, we are working through the CIS baseline standards. The second is in Google Workspace, like M365, they have something called L1 and L2. L1 is the basic security module, L2 is the advanced. So we will give the segregation of those as well. So for example, L1 is like, for example, ensure like external file sharing in Google Chat is disabled. Whereas for L2, it's going to be ensure internal file sharing in Google Chat is disabled. So these things will be clearly segregated and shown. Yeah, it's going to kind of, we are going to follow same pattern as much as possible with what we did with M365. And in fact, Google gives a very robust set of APIs. So hopefully we can crack more details in an easy manner. So that's the way we are planning to do it.
Yeah, thank you, Vidya. We will also bring in alerts, reporting, dashboard, scheduler, all of these capabilities within Google Workspace as well, just like we did for M365. All right. So this is the last section of today's updates, the pricing plan, the standard and premium SKU. This is again in our test environment, but it's mostly implemented. So this is how we have revamped the UI for plan and billing in global settings. So the UI has been updated to show in what is there in the standard SKU and what is there in the premium SKUs. So we have listed the pricing. This is again USD pricing for the tiers, each of the tiers. And this is how you can change to premium. So any partner who is having a standard plan as that will be highlighted and shown as current plan. The partner can go and upgrade from standard to premium at any point in time. And there's an option here which says change to premium. So once they change, they get a confirmation which says that their subscription is changing from standard to premium with the pricing change. And it also tells you that it will be effective immediately. It will take into effect. So this is a confirmation which the user needs to click on yes in order to change. And once that is done, you can see that the current plan becomes premium. This is the process of changing from standard to premium. However, we are also giving the option to change from premium to standard. But for changing from premium to standard, the only difference is that it takes effect from the 1st of the next month. So for example, if you're downgrading or changing your plan from premium to standard today, which is 29th of the month, it's going to take effect from 1st of Feb. So that is the message which is also displayed in the confirmation pop-up. And this is the difference between changing from standard to premium. Again, once that is done, the premium SKU is kept highlighted because we are still in that premium plan till the end of the month. And that's why here is a standard message which is displayed till 1st of Feb saying that your plan will be changed to standard from 1st of Feb. Now, in a month, we are ideally allowing once conversion from standard to premium and back to standard. But in the meanwhile, while we convert to standard, if the partner wants to go back to premium, we are also giving that option. So this is basically revert back to premium when he figures out that, okay, I don't want to go back to standard because I will not be getting these additional features. He has an option and last one option in that particular month to change back to premium. So these are the upgrade and downgrade rules So again, partners can upgrade at any point in time. One upgrade is allowed. Similarly, one downgrade is allowed. Existing partners, they will all be classified as standard by default. So today, all our existing partners, they will be under standards queue. However, the new partners or trial partners, they will be categorized as premium because we want to ensure that they get the entire feature set that is available within the product. Conversion rule, again, partner can upgrade anytime in a month, and similarly, they can downgrade anytime in the month. But the difference is only that the upgrade takes effect immediately and the downgrade takes effect on the first of the next month. So, and in addition to the downgrade, we are also allowing, once the partner has downgraded, he has the option to revert back to premium in case he finds out that he wants to continue with premium. So that way we are allowing him one more time to revert back to premium. So one upgrade, one downgrade, and an option to revert back to premium while he's in the premium SKU in that particular month. So these are the rules for SKU changes. And with that, I finish today's update. I'm open to questions.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah, I
Srikanth,
think
we can take some questions from the.
I think some of the questions we have already answered on chat. So I think few standard things that many people are wondering. Do we have to get a premium edition for Microsoft 365 Google? Yes.
Yes.
You have to be a premium edition for being access to Google Workspace assessments as well as Microsoft 365 assessments, as well as we are also adding 2 additional capabilities for the premium edition. One is the web application scanning, and the last one is the network and asset documentation. So where you can figure out things like, for this particular asset, who's owner of the asset, what's the cost center of that asset, where is the asset located, what's its IP address, or all the other documentation of that asset, what's the warranty information. You can upload purchase orders or against that and stuff like that. So that's like a full network and asset documentation add-on. So all of this will be part of the premium SKU. These 4 key features will be part of the premium SKU. Okay, another question. Are there any updates on the Microsoft 365 auditing using CIS controls beta?
Yeah, I think it's already answered. We are planning this.
We're adding this in Q2. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, same Dennis point is also answered. Yeah, we will be adding notifications, the ability to suppress. All of that is there in our list. So yeah, that'll come in a subsequent push. Those will be updated. Yeah. No other questions. Yeah,
And I
right.
think, we have given enough clarity around the billing portions, Srikanth. So main thing is we made the decision to allow the upgrades and downgrades to happen within the system. We do not want to pain the partners in case they want to go through a downgrade process. So it was a very prudent decisions to say, okay, let's allow these things within the application. So that's the thought process when we kind of the SKU flow. So yeah, I'm sure there are partners who want to use the premium, but we also want to give the opportunity, like if they're not happy with it, anytime you can please proceed and downgrade.
So Rect has a question on, is there plans to have full Microsoft Entra scanning in premium, like categorizing all assets, virtual machines, load balancers, SQL instances, and so on? I don't have an answer on that, right? Vidya or anybody else, do you know the better, or should we check with Shiva and commit on a subsequent call?
No, I think we'll have an internal discussion. Just that I'm sure we can do a lot of things, Srikanth. It's just that we want to keep the focus on what are the things we have to deliver for the first phase. So yeah,
Okay.
Red, if you can please drop us a mail. I'm happy to take up and review this internally with the technical team as well.
How long will the beta be available? Vidya, you want to take that up?
No, right now we are in beta, so we are hoping within a month, assuming the Google Workspace and 365 work to the fullest of its ability. I think Feb end should be our deadline, right? After that, we want to have partners.
So another 30 days for sure is the beta will be on. Documentation for Microsoft 365 is already there. If somebody can just put the link. So as we release the modules, we continue to update the documentation in sync. So right now the Microsoft 365 is already been out for some time. So the documentation for that is already available. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Cooper. All right, nothing else. Then thank you, everyone. As always, we appreciate the feedback, and we'll be back next week with more updates to share. Thank you, and have a great rest of the week, rest of the day. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks, Vidya.
Thanks, Prashant.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barsha. Yeah, bye-bye. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody. Yeah.